Hello and welcome to the Fantasy Survival Guide. This is Valli. I am Griff. It's Reckoning! Year 4.
Yeah.
You 2 for us though.
Yeah.
It's been
a long 9 months.
It's been a crazy 9 months. I thought it was longer, but probably just how it felt.
It's only been
Probably just how it felt. Reckoning is coming back next month from today's recording date.
We're inside the 30-day mark. We're at like 23 days, which means we're technically at like 22 days before we have to leave.
Yeah. Oh crap. How many more weekends do we have?
Not enough. Not enough.
I have a 4-day weekend, right? However, I'm a busy dude. I got a lot of crap. Okay, yeah. There's a lot of projects, and like, I'm a chill guy. I'm stressed. I'm not stressed. But like, I can see that I would be stressed if I was normal. So.
He's stressed.
Yes.
He's stressed.
My blood pressure's fine.
I have been stressed pretty much this entire time.
It's been so. I think it was around the 7-month mark, like 7 months ago, that I saw it start. Mm-hmm. Cause like we had our time to relax, we had our time to do, and then we started getting back into it, and then you started buying things from Arm Street, and then like you looked at Grimfrost, and then I just saw it progressively get more and more and more and more and more, and then she has truly transformed into Valli.
2.0.
Valli.
Yeah.
Anyway, a lot of things have changed. Our kits changed. Our characters have grown.
There's been a lot of changes over the last 9 months, specifically for Valli and Griff.
Anyway, those suckers are gone. We're the real ones in charge here. We're gonna rule this reckoning. Politely though. I am Griff, the humble and peaceful cartographer. We have got a lot planned for this year's reckoning. And this video is gonna be off the rockers, as it already has in the past 5 minutes. Anyway, I think where we should start is what are your hopes and dreams for this one? I can think of one I know for sure you're gonna do.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend so much time in the sparring pit. Like, it's not even funny. I don't remember how many people I've agreed to spar with.
I'm gonna get a bracket, get a betting going. It's gonna be great.
Oh, there's already gonna be betting on it through the den. Our buddy Owen is setting up a gambling den in the Vatican camp, and I think he's gonna do some.
Yeah, I'm really excited for what he's doing.
I'm so excited. Oh my god, I'm just so excited.
I am going to spend 90% of Reckoning walking around and selling maps. I have so many maps, and I'm going to make some more maps. I hope I have enough stock. I didn't last year. I'm just going to be literally just the salesman walking around saying hi to people. And like, I hope, I'm praying that because I'm around everywhere, I get to see like almost all the the mega events. I'm just a dude in the background, just being like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, this year we won't be stuck in the kitchen.
No, I'm thankful for that. I am just providing the food.
Yeah. Oh, we'll need to talk about that.
Let's just table that for later. Pin that for later. So we've already talked about how much stress we've had over the past few months. Mm-hmm. This is part of our new base kit. I would say like this is like what our base thing is.
Yeah, this is more akin to the new base because we are now playing in March instead of May. It's expected that the weather's going to be a little bit colder. So we've upgraded to some wool garments. Mm-hmm. This one is an Arm Street one that you mentioned earlier. Mm-hmm. I did not make this, but it is gorgeous. And I love it amazing. So much.
I am a bozo who likes making stuff, and I made this, but
Your Mr. runs around in the woods.
I did make it in the woods, quote unquote. Wait, which side is it?
This one has the rips.
Yeah, right here.
And down
it
here.
It may have been some use. I may have gone in the woods and fought and had a picnic under a cave. It was great.
Where's your cuff at?
Oh.
Oh, you just... Okay, I see what happened here. Do we want to start with kind of what we've been working on? I know we said we've been really stressed, but we didn't kind of get into what we've been doing to try and get ready for this year. That was making us so stressed.
I think, the thing is, let's show off. Let's treat this like a therapy contest. What is causing you this much stress?
No.
Please show us. Are they in the room with us right now?
Some of them, yeah.
Oh no, it's worse than I thought.
So for starters, I have a mantle I've been working on.
It's bloody gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm excited. I still have a lot of work to do on it.
Are you gonna line the inside?
If I have time.
Yeah.
Olin says if it doesn't happen, it's fine.
Okay.
It can be lined later. But yeah, this one's the
Very
one
legal.
of the current stressors because I've got to get this done and so many other things.
I have a whole board upstairs. It's great. I'm terrified.
I have a spreadsheet.
My kit hasn't changed that much, like my garb kit. I think just this one. I mostly have revamped my storage solutions. The issue is I make things and I lose things, so I have no idea where the other pouch is. But this is my new pouch. This is very much an upgrade since last year. That was the one I threw off when I went to grab the torch during the undead attack. This is my new pouch. This is great. It is warm. It's got a lining so I can stick my hands in. It's very nice and warm. And it also has a tie so it doesn't go flying off when I'm running. It's great. This I did have last year. It did take a beating during the muckening and the storm and the fury of the sky.
It's good to see that it survived.
It survived. That'll probably sell.
Oh my god, there's still mud on it.
Yeah. Anyway, I fixed it up. It actually can hold scroll cases. I also did get an incredible thing. This is what I used last year to hold all of my pens and pencils and such. However, my girlfriend is amazing, and she got me this as of yesterday for Valentine's Day. It is a little...
Dude, that's awesome!
It's really nice. This is bougie.
Yeah. I can also confirm girlfriend is the best. I love her so much.
She's coming next year. She's coming next year.
I'm so excited.
She's coming next year.
You have no idea how excited I am for her to join us.
All of her afternoon is going to be healers and potionsmiths and artisans. It's going to be great.
We went, hey, we're these big scary warrior clan. 150 years later when we come out of isolation, just kidding, all artisans.
Well, craftsman, I'm just a silly map maker. I just have charcoal and canvas. Don't worry about me.
Oh Lord.
Speaking of that, I do have a selection of maps of varying sizes, depending on your budget. This is not supposed to be an advertisement.
Self-plug.
Self-plug. Thankfully, I am so thankful for this year. We actually know how the site's going to look beforehand.
Yeah.
Last year, we didn't really. It's like a month, and it was like, I couldn't prepare anything. This year, I went on Google Maps. I did a lot of trial and error working on stuff, and I made what I think a really awesome...
Oh, I haven't had to see them in person.
Oh, yeah. I have made maps
it.
of the game site, stylized.
Yeah, these look great.
Yeah, this is actually my medium range ones. It's obviously a real place. It is what is it? Is it a vineyard or is it a wedding?
Yes, it's a wedding venue in Kentucky. It's in Harrisburg.
I'll post the link right here. I'll show the pictures. It's it's Turpin Hill. It's Taylor Hill. It's something Hill Farms. Terrapin Hill Farms.
Yeah.
It looks gorgeous. It's great.
Yeah. I'm very excited.
It actually has parking.
There's parking. There are shower
flat,
buildings.
Mostly.
Don't say flat.
It's
not the monster hills we were dealing with
not the mountain.
before.
It's a lot better. I'm really excited for this. So people have been on site. People
there've
friends.
been multiple site visits. Most of them. Olin's been to all of them, I think. Where are you going?
Yeah, keep talking.
Olin's been to all of the site visits so far, and he is very enthusiastic. Isn't the right word? What am I looking for?
His opinion is positive. Anyway, I'm really excited about these maps. I really hope people enjoy them. They were a huge hit last year. The people actually did get maps. After the whole storm, I actually gave away like 5 or 6. And I even sent one on the mail like 2 weeks later. I don't care about making a profit. Having extra in-game money is awesome. I can buy stuff. I can do stupid things. But as long as people get them and use them, I'll be happy. So just to explain how this is, I'll sell these for varying amounts of silver. I don't know what the value of silver is this year.
Nobody knows. Have a pickle.
Oh, thank you.
Don't open them yet. I think those are one of the ones we're selling.
Why'd you give it to me to have it? I thought... Just... Anyway, just to explain the whole thought process here, right? This is gonna be the center ridge. It's the highest point on the thing. And it's gonna be the parking lot. I did it as mountains, so people know like it's out of game and stuff like that. You're not supposed to go there. This is where the bazaar is soon to be, and this is the whole little area. Each map is relatively different due to just me working on it. Sometimes there's more details I want to add. This is one of my favorites. It might be a bit big. It might take some effort to take, but this is one of the massive maps I will be selling.
Oh, that's a selling one?
This is a selling one. It is...
You've been burning it.
I did burn it. This is one of the damaged ones, and like it has a cool story, right?
Mm-hmm. It's canvas too.
This is proper canvas. This is stuff.
Nice.
I bought like a $60 roll of like one. Like, this is all of this. I got so much mileage out of that roll. I'm excited. That's what I've been doing for most of the 9 months. Is just making maps.
Well, the first thing I did was I think I made this tunic that I'm wearing. Not this one, but the under tunic. And then I embroidered it. Then the second thing was I worked on a bunch of embroidery during a trip that I took with my parents. Oh, hi.
Continue.
Okay, yeah. Unfortunately, it's going to have to go by the wayside because it just takes so long. So I worked on this piece, which is not done. It's still got another section on the back to go, but I didn't want to move the frame, so I just left it and started filling it in. And I did complete one of the symbols. These are the 6 symbols of the gods. I wanted to put them on that dress that I was wearing originally, but unfortunately the panels are really, really narrow, so you have to kind of make new panels for them. Midway through working on this one, I realized just how long satin stitching would take, so these are a goal for next year. Bye-bye.
Adios. There's a lot of things that are put off to next year. I'm sad, but I'm also excited.
Yeah, I'm excited. There's a lot of things that are goals for next year, but there's also a lot of things that I did get done.
Hopefully Reckoning survives another year.
If not, I will figure out another place to wear this.
I'm just saying, it may be cursed. I am...
Oh, it's definitely cursed.
Knocking on
It's cursed.
wood.
It's cursed. It's cursed.
Every year has something go wrong.
Nope, it's cursed.
I'm hoping and praying Reckoning goes another year. But that's a separate discussion.
So this is an overdress that I did wear last year, and one of the things that I got done was this giant embroidery piece of areas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it like this, and then after I've finished filling in all the sections, I'll remove the stuff from like areas that don't have embroidery.
So, things may have changed for Griff. I am not going to reveal too much. The existence of this might say something, and the existence of that might say something else.
Oh, we're telling people?
Anyway, Griff is just a humble little cartographer. He's just chill. No worries.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. The thing I am probably most proud of... Don't listen to the clinking.
Clink, clink.
Clink. It is for my girlfriend as well. I'm sworn to secrecy. I have Griff's hood right here. I have spent time actually lining it, and I love it so much. It is durable. This thing's good. I have a pocket here.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, this was unintentional at first. It just ripped. And I was like, oh, it's a nice pocket.
Yeah, and
then,
it's selvage, which means it's never going to fray out.
Exactly.
That's perfect.
It looks like it's going to.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Yeah, it looks like, oh, it
And,
popped
like,
on the way down or something.
I wear this to work on a daily basis, and I am just blasting music, having my phone, totally in Thor, rock, and I just have music playing.
No.
You showed 2 things, it's my turn to show something.
You showed a lot of things.
What? No, I didn't.
All your maps.
No, I did, yeah. It was one thing, though. It was one mini thing.
Okay. You also showed your storage pouches.
Technically, I still need to get this approved.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it'll be a problem, though. But Griff has new gloves. These are some lovely gloves I got from my sister. Just black ones. If it is an issue, I'll just add some fur. But no, I think these really match Griff really well. Except for the fact I've lost one.
Oh, it's my turn. Tie a knot.
Oh no. Wait, wait.
Tie a knot.
Like what kind of knots?
Just a knot. It's fine. So one of the other things I've been working on is I've been working on making a pair of arm warmers, I guess would be the correct word for it. Why did you put that so far into the thread?
I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to. I was trying to.
Our good friend Solvi gave me a couple of mink furs that I've gone and lined with linen. I have scissors right there. So I can wear them both inside out with the fur on the inside if it gets real cold, or I can wear them with the linen on the inside and have the fur outside more for decorative effect. But it's just a simple little arm warmer.
I haven't actually seen those. Those are cute.
Yeah, I like them a lot. I can wear them just kind of in general if it's a little chilly without having to go get like a big heavy cloak or something. One of the other things I've been working on with my mom and my grandma, because these were supposed to be my Christmas present, and then I ended up pretty much doing all of the work to get them designed and figured out. It did take us an embarrassingly long amount of time to figure out how to make these hat and mittens. I'm not gonna lie. It took a long time to get them figured out. The initial pattern we had for the mittens was made for fleece mittens, so they weren't designed to have this big Sherpa shearling style lining.
It's nice. This is the first time I'm seeing Anne holding them in person.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's great.
Yeah. They're so warm. They're so comfy. They're warmer than the mittens and hats that I wear when walking into work on the daily. I love them so much.
Why don't you wear them into work?
Because I don't want to ruin them.
You also could lose them like me.
Yeah, I don't want to lose them. I don't want to ruin them. I want them to stay nice at least for this year. And then after that, I can remake a set for next time. I do plan to add some embroidery to the ends around here and on the seams of the hat, just so that it stands out a little bit, because we have 4 sets of these in existence. They are not all the same, like nice wool suiting. And embroidering is actually really soothing and really pleasant. As long as it's not satin stitching. I hate satin stitching. I've decided I'm never satin stitching after I finish those God runes ever again. I'm going to do other filling methods. I'm not doing it again. I hate it.
I feel really bad because you've got so much progress. I feel like I should really compensate. So I'm just gonna.
Oh my god. You have so many maps.
I want more. This is not enough.
Are these singles?
Yes.
That's nice. That's nice that you got little cases for them. And you had to make every single one of these cases too. So each one of these is 2 projects.
Yes. Anyway, I want more. I want more. More maps. Yeah, I can think of it.
You gave them to me. They're mine now.
See, here you go. Good job. You can go sell them.
I don't want to sell them. I'm keeping them.
Oh, okay.
No money for Griff.
No. You know what? This is the taxes. Hashtag not my real. I'm gonna bleep that.
Not my real beep.
Not
my beep?
For all you.
Not my beep?
Oh gosh, I don't know what I'm saying. Of all you in the know. No taxes. Like legit, I actually don't have too much to share. I think Valli has more to share, but like, this is what I've been working on. Maps.
So many maps. Ooh.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's really nice. It's bougie. And like this is gonna be a specialty one of being like, I'm thinking like an orc one. It's supposed to be sort of an orc map, you know? And this is the game site. So this is where the camps are gonna be. This is one forest. This is the bazaar. This is the parking. This is an actual pond. This is a lady's house we're not allowed to go to. And everyone knows, in Reckoning, water bad.
Do we all know that?
We can't go in the oceans. We had a lot of water last year and it was bad. I think it's just...
Good point, yeah.
It's just
Water bad.
Water bad. And this may be blood. We're not gonna talk
Maybe.
about that.
A lot of my stuff has also been background work. I ended up in kind of the Vatican player leader group in order to help make things happen. One of the things we've been working on are like camp maps for reference of like what we want it to look like. We've made that map 3 times in Roll20. 3 times. Don't knock your it doesn't fit. Here, I'll pass it to you.
I'll take it.
Here you go. And it's still actually not correct. We have a new layout that we're doing for the final one because we actually heard back from some folks and they're bringing considerably more than we budgeted for them in the map. So now we have to make the map bigger.
Oh crap. I forgot to get a final thing with the war tent.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
So,
camp is bigger
I'm
anyway.
also bringing something big and large. I have spent the past little while working on what I have dubbed the war tent.
Woo!
This is a community project that is going to be for all the Vatican. I'm just going to put it there in front of camp, right by, I think, the Vatican mustering grounds.
Yeah, it goes by the muster grounds.
Mustering grounds. You can talk more about that. But, the war tent is a big, massive tent. I spent a lot of time sewing, doing some lumber. I have body slammed it, climbed on it, jumped on it, balanced across it. It is not going anywhere, especially have another Fury of the Sky. But it's
We don't.
the whole purpose of it is to have like a single place. Everyone can put their weapons. You can have the barrel there. I have a whole bunch of stuff, and that's what I have the big Vatican map. What else about the campsite? So we got the mustering grounds. We got everyone's we got all of the individual clans sort of partitioned to their own area.
Yeah, they're not completely in their own areas. Yeah, what we're trying to do is we're trying to group it based on clans to kind of really encourage players to feel like this is their community that they are traveling with and that they are here with, and just help make it feel a little bit more relevant for RP and things while we're on site.
Oh, this looks really good actually. I love the lighting on this.
Ah, there's fake fur in my thread already.
Eat it.
You eat it.
I'm working with what I got here, okay? We talk about the muster ground. There's a cat outside. Hey, okay.
Kitty.
Here's right over there.
I want to see.
Yeah, dude.
Kitty, look at her, so cute.
So I think that's the mama, because there's another one that has like the similar white but like no black spots. Here, come on, be the back. Come here. I found another map.
We made
Anyway,
notes and we're not even using them.
wait, you made notes?
Yeah, we wrote notes.
I didn't.
Yeah, we sat down and we like wrote out notes. Like it wasn't cohesive, but it was like a bullet point list of like
Hold
here's
on.
what we want to talk about.
Let me just. Does that look cohesive right there?
You're not wrong, but we did have notes. What's all capitals? The plan.
I think I know. It's the one we can't talk about.
Then why is it on here?
That's your problem.
We have a list of things to talk about now.
It's the most. Oh, this is really my most expensive ones.
Oh, let's not throw this around then.
It's tough. This is some of the premium canvas one. Charcoal. I think it's one of my favorites. Like, it came out really nice.
Yeah, this does look really good.
The clans are gonna be next to each other. They're gonna be chilling. It's gonna be a huge party.
Yeah.
We do have the muster grounds.
Yeah, that's more for like equipment and stuff. So if you're staying off-site or you're staying in the out of game, it's a space where you can put stuff. Or if you're in game, but you're like way in the back, like us, because we're all the way in the back, you can put some of your stuff up there so that it's easier to grab.
And like I think
Stuff
also
happens.
that's also where the sparring.
Yes,
places.
that's where the sparring rings are.
That's where the war tent's gonna be. Very excited about that. It's where the weapons are gonna be stored.
Yep. It's also near where the main fire pit is, and where the den, and where Terry's wagon's gonna be. So Sylvia and I have a plan to have an awning where we are able to put like rugs and pillows and things down. It's not a cuddle spot. It's more just a place where people can go and sit. That isn't the main fire, And also isn't just a bunch of stargazers, because I don't know about you, but after 2 days of sitting in the stargazer, it starts to kind of bother my hips.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just the stargazer.
Bring extra blankets, maybe, so you can sit in the blankets.
We will have so many blankets. We will have so many blankets.
Oh, yes, yeah, the wool blankets.
Oh, yeah, so
I need to pay her back.
We did a group buy of some wool blankets that are available on Amazon. As much as I hate buying from Amazon, they've got good deals, and I was not willing to spend $30 per blanket on a used World War II green blanket, because first and foremost we're
blue!
We're the blue people.
Not sad blue, we're happy blue.
Was that?
That was your phone.
Nah. They can wait.
It's unimmersive. My immersion is ruined.
Your immersion.
I'm gonna go play Amp Guard.
With a camera in your face. Yeah, it's really more of a place for people to just come and kind of hang out and chill. We're gonna have a table with some like candles and stuff on it, and it's just a place where you can go and hang out. We're gonna put curtains on it, so it'll actually like hold in some heat and stuff if it starts to get a little chilly.
Boost part 2, kind of. Boost awnings. Boost awnings part 2. Not the actual boost. That's gonna be separate, but the boost awnings.
Yeah.
That lasted for 3 hours before they got blown over, and that's what Darcy's, I think, stole my potion.
Oh, by the way, that's illegal this year.
Darcy's and I are cool off game. He's the one I mailed the map to. We're chill. Just in character, I'm not happy with him. I'm not happy with him.
But do you even know him?
I don't. That's the issue. I don't know it was him in character.
You can't be upset about it.
I know, but we've talked about it. I actually need to submit a message, but how I'm going to find out.
But yeah, potions are not lootable. Neither are spell cards this year. Sounds like they weren't supposed to be last year, but
never in the rules it was.
So it's been a rough.
Rules were a lot of rule cool last year.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
So it's like if you can actually steal it, and yes, to some degree, but like that should be only the lootable things, not things like potions.
No, I think because it was a lot of like player made stuff, and which is cool, which has a thing of like with a whole lot of like how the game was. It was very loose, and there's a lot of interpretation to it.
And I think that was more a detriment than it was a benefit.
It really was, because like in a D&D game with like 5 or 6 players, you know, I think you probably get away with like 20 maybe. It's okay. You know, it works the situation.
You've got one guy who says, okay, this is what the rules are interpreted for this game. Here's the house rules. Here's how this is going to go.
But in
a game with 200 plus people,
it's a bad idea.
With everyone interpreting the rules differently and not good clarification, or clarification being different for different groups, it gets really squishy, and
everyone had a different view of it.
Yeah.
I think the best example is still the fire with the undead.
Sig still seems to think that that enthralled players burned by fire breaks the enthrallment, but it doesn't.
Not anymore. Like that.
It never did.
That's the thing. It never did. It still was my favorite social interaction. It was one of my only social interactions, but one of my favorites that happened was because of that war of Sig trying to burn the Suzak Mara.
Turns out that the burning the undead thing was never actually in the rules.
It wasn't. So like the whole like
spur of the moment.
This whole thing is like someone was yelling fire. I thought that was either staff or someone in the. I thought that was staff helping us out, or whatever. On the undead, it was like that was in the thought. I was like, okay, I have a torch. I ran back to camp. I ran back, and still one of my proudest moments is running that far, that fast. I ran a quarter mile.
Really fast.
I'm still keeping it up, dude. I'm running so fast. And like that was one of my coolest moments, and that was like I felt like a hero moment that I had after like all the crap I went through. I'm so happy about that.
Yeah.
I am okay because I don't want people smacking each other with like plastic and you know stuff like that from torches. But like I wish the idea was there of like presenting the fire to somebody has some effect on it, because that is a cool thing.
Well, I think a lot of the rules surrounding undead and orcs are being kept in the dark right now for this year, because there's been a lot of like reworking on how things are structured and how they actually function and interact, which I personally find very interesting. I like not walking into this situation knowing what's going on, considering our characters have no idea what's happening.
This is different than not knowing how to make potions or what the ingredients are.
Yes, that
very
is
much different. This doesn't keep the intrigue. It's something our characters actually want to know, and it makes sense. I feel like we should talk about the new rules. The rules committee, especially the ones on there, have been amazing. Like, I love the rules that they've made. It's actually codified. So it's like, it makes sense. You can actually build stuff off of it.
Oh my goodness. The way that things engage with each other are so exciting. A lot of the structure is kind of similar to those of you who play Magic the Gathering. You kind of understand like what certain things are and how they have a codified language where they're like, this thing means this thing and this thing means that thing. A boiled down version with specific words that have specific meanings so that we can understand what's going on and what that actually means with a shorthand.
If anyone has ever done any sort of video game coding, C#, Unity, Unreal, whatever, it's what it feels like. It's literally what it feels like. It's just if, ands, and conditions. Which is what they're called. Things are called conditions.
Yeah.
It's really cool. There's a lot of really fun interactions. We're not going to speak about them because you'll find out in game when we put you 6 feet under.
I'm really excited about the way that the potions are structured now.
Yeah.
We did lose a lot of the old recipes. Like, a lot of the potions are no longer in existence. And I'm honestly very okay with that because the potions that we do have are going to be more interactable with the world. And you're not trying to
make... more unique as well.
Yes, they are a bit more unique. I think the only ones that are... I mean, 3 of them are basically the same as what we had last year. The 4th one is the one that's really different.
My point was the between the other magics.
Yes, they are very different from the other magics.
Because the issue like I had with last year is like a few of them were basically just the spells.
Yeah.
Liquid Steel, which was not exactly...
Yeah, we completely forgot... I completely forgot that Liquid Steel was different from what it was at an earlier version of the rules. It was essentially mending in a potion, which was one of the spells from last year, instead of an armor buff, which it was in an earlier version. But there's also an armor buff spell called Sage Armor. Yeah. That is also the same thing. It's like, it was both, people thought it was both the 2 different spells at the same time. Yeah. Rules were also not completely solidified until like a week before game. Was it a week? Yeah. Last year? Yeah. It was a rough time. Very appreciative that rules team managed to get it out to us. Like a month and 2. 3 months in advance? Was it 3 months? Has it been that long already? Yeah, they've been out like almost a month and a half now. Yeah, okay, wow. Yeah. So it was a little shy of 3 months, but they've determined the final version, I should say, has been out for a good little while. Yeah, I'm really excited about these rules. I think the team did really good. Would you like cheese? Yeah. What kinds have you got? I have Havarti, really good. Farmer's cheese. And this tough one is Dubliner. Have you had Dubliner before? It's one of my new favorites. It reminds me of Parmesan, but softer. Not by much, but still. Makes a great cheese sauce. I think Havarti is the best snack, though. Yeah. Because how soft it is. It's... Speaking of food, the Vatican are known as the hospitality culture, at least amongst ourselves. Some of the things on the Instagram postings have been a little funky because apparently the Rivlins are supposed to be the hospitality culture, and I'm like... But we literally have laws of hospitality. Confusion. It's fine. Amongst ourselves, it's one of the very important things for us as Vatican. And as such, we have been working really hard behind the scenes to try and provide food for the culture. So we've got a group, I think we're up to 11 members now, who are working behind the scenes to have meals ready and available for people. We've actually got a schedule that we just codified. Oh, I don't know this part. Yep. So we've got a lot of stuff kind of really set in stone now as to what we plan to have. So here soon we're going to release that and be like, okay guys, who would be interested in having which meals, so we can really nail down how many people we think we're going to be feeding, and then scale up or down not only the things we're prepping ahead of time, but also the things that we're asking for, because we are asking for people to bring some stuff to donate.
I will not be cooking this year because of what happened last year.
You could do.
I will.
Could help with some breakfast shifts, because that'll be before game start.
I said I will. I will not. I'm not like saying never going to. I will help out. I'll help do stuff. I will. Mm-hmm. I am going to provide food. I'm going to buy a bunch of potatoes. I'm going to buy my ham, because the last one disappeared in the middle of the night because it got ate by the entire Vatican. It was my favorite moment. Like, where'd my ham go?
A couple blocks of farmer's cheese.
The farmer's cheese. Farmer's cheese is amazing. It's like one of the cheapest cheese. It's delicious, and it's medieval-esque.
Oh, I want to circle us back to like some rules stuff. I was chatting with Boris on the rules team. He's also a Vatican, so like he was just in the lobby and I was chatting with him. Did you know that your video, the video from last time where you were talking about your staff, is the reason why so many people want staffs? And he had a lot of trouble with people wanting staffs.
So I did hear tell of this. I had to stop and I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know that was an issue.
Yeah. But because you were like, oh, it worked really well for me, a lot of people are like, I need a staff now. Did you lose it?
I have it.
I mean, other people might have been talking about it too, but you're the only one that I know of who has like made a video that involves talking about it.
If it is true, I am very happy. Not because like anyone knows my name or anything like that. I do not give a crap. But stick good. I'm so happy to cause some chaos. And if that's true, that if we inadvertently caused an issue for that, because stick good, I will be a happy man.
Yeah, it is very amusing, especially since we are Vatican. Like, stick good, like
stick
said,
good.
Unga bunga.
Stick good.
Is a very big part of our.
And the best part, that's a stick.
Yeah,
it just happens. It just happens to have a rock at the end of it.
Yeah, big sharp rock.
Big sharp rock.
Woo!
Anyway, oh gosh, that feeling was so much joy when he told me that. Of like, well, I wasn't expecting that. I was unaware of anything like this. I'm happy. Then we got a whole bunch of people buying food. Like I said, I'm being like a ton of potatoes. I did say 10 pounds, but looks like we need more, so I'm doing 20 pounds.
Oh, you're bringing 20? Okay.
That's fine. Magis had asked.
She asked if you were still down to do the 10 pounds.
And then she said, or even more.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I'm like, even more.
Whenever we release the sign up list.
11 pounds.
That's like 2 more potatoes.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Whenever we release the sign up list, just make sure that you sign up, that you're bringing those.
Yes, I will do that.
He keeps running away. Where does he keep going?
Video thing.
I'm sewing? What am I supposed to be doing? Oh my god, he brought potatoes.
Potatoes!
Ooh.
Now, they don't like the yellow potatoes for some reason. I think they're great. They're like bananas from the ground.
I think we're going with russet because
that's what,
they
yes.
are, we're talking about just having some like in the oven. Or not in the oven, like in the fire all the time.
All the time, yeah.
So if someone's like, hey, I'm hungry, we can be like, potato?
Like, I love the fact because I like the Vatican.
So
Vatican staple crop is potatoes. It will make me so happy. Like, potatoes are good. All you need in life is stick and potato.
And apparently a horn.
But apparently that's the Irish way, and the horn. Like, potatoes are good. All you need in life is stick and potato.
And apparently a horn. Soup? Or potato cabbage? It's like an Irish, I forget what the word for it is, but it's potato and cabbage, like Irish stew. It actually looks very tasty. I personally am a fan of like potato leek soup, and we were gonna do that, but I'm very excited. I probably won't be spending a ton of time in the kitchen itself, but I am bringing a number of things for it. I also have a lot of projects that I haven't been able to bring to share.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot I can share, like my personal tent. I'll be doing a ton of blacksmithing. I've gotten to blacksmithing. I'm making her a bunch of steaks. I will get you I will get you them eventually.
It's fine. I mean, as long as I got them by sight.
Yes. I am going to go. It's amazing how much you can buy cheap steel for. I get 20 feet of half-inch for $16, right?
That's wild.
And the $20 you gave me, I'm going to buy, I think I'm going to downsize. I'm going to do, what's the one before under that?
3/4?
Yeah.
No. A quarter.
A quarter, yeah. I'm going to buy a 1/4-inch steel, which is going to be even cheaper. And I'll make a buttload of steaks.
Thank you, because I need so many.
Yeah.
Because of that conversation pit.
Yeah, and I'm also going to need some for the two tents I'm bringing.
Mm-hmm. And I've got 2 tents as well that we're bringing.
Yeah. If I have more time, there's so many cool blacksmith projects I want to bring. Like, I want to do like a miner spike, which you put into the wall, you can put a candle on. I want to do so many cool things. Someone's talking about doing like the little shepherd hooks for the hang lights. Mm-hmm. Like, I could do that easy enough. I need time, I need propane, and I need steel. And I only have 2 of those.
Propane and steel.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Oh gosh, yeah, there's a lot of projects we can't share, either because of secrets or they're just not here.
I can talk about my armor a little bit. I just don't have the capability to share them because A, they're not here, and B, I am trying to keep some things a little bit under wraps. I do have surprises. It's more about just the reveal at this point. Because, like we said at the very start, there's been a lot of changes for Griff and Valli through the last several months. Our clan in particular has had a big upheaval shortly after we came back.
Griff has very conflicted feelings.
You're not the only one. You're not the only one. It's gonna be a fun ride.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about this year. I'm just hoping that the Reckoning Curse leaves us alone.
I really hope. I hope it's like it just got it all out last year. It just did everything.
No, it didn't. It did not. I was still dealing with it after we got home.
No, yes, yeah.
Because we got home and we laid all our tents out to dry, and I got multiple of them properly dry, but I don't have enough backyard space for all of the tents we had because we got back into town.
It was late.
4:30 in the morning.
It was late. I slept at her house.
Yeah. Because it was not safe for you to go home.
No.
At that point.
I was wearing your husband's pajamas.
Yeah. Yeah, pajama pants. Yeah.
Yeah, very comfy.
And then
we got.
It started to rain. It started to rain as I was drying these tents, so we put them in the garage. Of course, there was 1 or 2 things that were still just a little too damp or got a little too much rain on them before we could get them inside. And every single one of those 3 tents got mold on them. And it took me so long to get my tent back in order. Unfortunately, I couldn't do anything for the other tents because they were not mine, and I did not catch the mold until after we were already returning them. One of them we didn't even know had mold on it until much later. I still feel really bad about that. But I've got some images of what the tent looked like before I finished it. When I was still working on it, it was real rough, man. Like, you can put those pictures in of what it looked like before.
Yeah, send me those.
Yeah. And it looks much better now. It's had a lot of work. The mold is all dead. It's just some more, like, stains at this point. But most of them you can't even see from the outside. It's only when you're inside and there's light shining through that you can see the color differentiation. The color difference. Oh my goodness.
Continue.
Is that?
Continue. Don't worry about me. Continue.
But yeah, every time I did anything on that tent, or like wanted to do anything for that tent, about if it involved reckoning, I'd get rained on. Every single time. I'd get rained on, or it'd be super hot, or something else would happen. A lot of the struggle also came down to me still being recovering from the thing that I did to my system with not
Yeah. Oh, like that.
Yeah. So we were in line waiting to get our turn for food. It was a little warm in the apartment, and so we just like started fanning ourselves and each other with the paper plates, and about like 20 seconds in, something just like snapped in my brain, and I just went into a full-on panic about it. Nothing was wrong. We were just using paper plates as fans like we did in the barn because it was so warm during the tornado.
It was crazy. Like, so you haven't told me the story before. You haven't told me that.
Not as in detail, but I think I mentioned it offhandedly. Yeah.
It was crazy because the bottom of the plates rushing out of there while the weather's trying to kill us. Like,
yeah, we joke that the Vatican are trauma bonded, and so is everybody else there. But frankly, it's not a joke.
It's not. The merch is great though.
Oh, Vatican started a merch store.
The merch is great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to buy it because the shop won't let me. I need to talk to Owen and Sophie about it.
Or I could buy it with my card and then you just give me cash for that too. Because I'm gonna buy I Survived the Iron Swamp shirt.
Yeah, okay.
Because I want apparently to codify my trauma.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. I'm gonna wear it during Node Day. It's gonna be great.
Oh, me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
But
I have one of the beanies that we have available. I should have. I thought about it and then I forgot it.
Shame on her.
Yeah. And I have one of the sweatshirts and like they are so comfy. Why did you bring that?
Separate conversation. Go ahead.
We can be done.
Anyway, the merch store is great. Links down below.
Oh my god, it still stinks.
Not that bad.
I've used Thompson.
Yeah. Yeah, Thompson. Yeah. So speaking of tints earlier, I did mention I got a new tint. I made it myself. It's great. This is my old tint. Griff got an upgrade. So
I made him get one. After last year having
it survived. I had I did the Boy Scout camp thing. It was great. It made sense for Griff's character. No. It survived. I was dry.
Your
inside
stuff
the
was
tent.
Not.
The stuff was not.
But that's why you were putting it in my tent.
Yes.
But after last year having emergency 2 extra people join me in my tent and then having your stuff in there and just all the mud and the gunk and just the chaos, we were like, no, bigger tent. We need...
So I got probably the biggest tent that is reasonable for a single person. I did want a bigger tent. I was going to get a bigger tent, but then like the small part of me, which doesn't come out very often, said no. It was a...
The practical part?
Yeah, the practical. Yeah. It's a 12 by 9. No, it's a 9 by 7 commander's tent. No, so 9 by 7 tent. From a Civil War reenactment site. It's just an A-frame. I wanted to get the 16 by 9.
That would have been very excessive, yes.
And it wasn't an A-frame. It was a pavilion tent.
Oh, okay.
It was going to be massive. It was going to be great. It was only $100 or $200 more expensive. I just sadly, reality and physics kicks in. See, I brought this to show the old type of what I got. And I did want to say... Here's your sticks.
You've already got them rusty!
Yay! They've been marinating for the past year.
Those are just nails.
Yes. These are actually more expensive than the steaks I make you, so...
That's fine.
These are like $1, $2 maybe?
That's hilarious.
Anyway, trauma bonding, PTSD, PRSD. Post-reckoning stress disorder.
I like that.
Yeah, that should be a t-shirt.
PRSD.
That should be a t-shirt. Post-reckoning stress disorder.
We have a new suggestion.
We have a new suggestion. I think that's because PTSD is a serious topic for like actual veterans and actual like survivors and stuff like that. We did survive a tornado. I'm not gonna like lower down like what we went through, but it's still not as bad as that. So I think that
a tornado in that situation is still nothing compared to things that active duty military people have to go through.
Yes.
So I can still smell that tent.
I'll put it out of the way. But it's a new t-shirt idea. Got a new tent. I'm very happy. And the thing is, Griff doesn't understand tents, right? You have two options.
It's when we're bringing for you.
Yeah.
We're bringing it for you.
Yeah.
Volley's like, I'm not keeping your shit in my tent.
Because, so Griff's an adventurer, he's a traveler, right? But the thing is, it's the frickin' north! It's sub-zero temperatures! You are either going to sleep in a log hut, or he's gonna climb up in a tree, wrap himself in 4 layers of wool and fur, and sleep. And that's if he doesn't find a longhouse.
Yeah, find somewhere to stay.
Yeah, it's not feasible to tent that cold in the north like that
Not without
by yourself.
proper,
Yeah.
like, heating inside the tent.
Yeah, and he can't do that every night,
No.
right?
No. It would take way too long.
He just goes from house to house, hold to hold, and maybe, like, I think, like, headcanon, like, he and his father made, like, setup zones, or, like, little encampments, of, like, they basically dug into the side of a hill, they made, like, a basic little shelter.
I think actually that is historically accurate. Like, people would
No,
do
it is,
that.
yeah, log hunters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They would stop with.
They'd have, like, travel stops, essentially.
Yes, and, like, resources and stuff would be there. And I think that's what they would do, so he doesn't understand tents.
Like, they need to bring one.
And it is very funny with you saying that. Valli and the everyone else.
Yeah,
Forces
we're not keeping your shit. Use a bigger tent.
I'm still proud of myself. I can carry almost all of my stuff on my back still.
Yeah. Tent's the exception, but it's fine.
The actual canvas, yes. The metal stakes, the 8 foot long ones, no. He found those in the woods.
We've wandered so far off of what this video is supposed to be.
Anyway, I have a horn, and this
is
is the horn. I'm really proud of. It does need some work. I don't think it's going to be approved like this. It needs to.
Yeah, the tape is not going to be approved.
No, it is hockey tape. It is blue, and it is canvas E. But I need to work on it. I just haven't had time. However,
I've got one too.
I feel like we should do a demonstration. I'm still working on it. I've had like a week of practice total. So, you hear that sound? You better watch out. Because I'm going to sell you some maps, very politely and kindly.
Sort of done that. Project update, showing off new kit.
For that. This is totally immersive, by the way. This is a magic rock.
Photo shoots?
Oh, yeah, we can talk. Like the ones you did with Solvi, the ones you did.
Yeah!
I ran on the woods. I was Griff again for the minute. Like I love so I go on my kit. I go in the woods. I play around. It's fun. I shoot videos for the regular Fantasy Survival Guide. I haven't done that for a while because I've been busy.
Long story short, we had a couple different times where we dressed up in kit and we went out and we took photos. I did mine with Solvi when we got some nice snow, and then a couple days later I went and took pictures for Mage out in an area near my house where there's like a waterfall.
It's gorgeous. It's
so pretty.
It's beautiful.
I'm very lucky we have that back there. It's perfect for like a Vatican photo shoot because there were sections of the waterfall that were still frozen. We still had snow on the ground. There are some really nice photos in that grouping. And my
Did you get any videos of like me running around, or was it just all pictures?
Only on the ice.
Okay.
Only on the ice.
Shame. Go ahead. What you say now?
We also got my favorite series of photos.
Yes, I know.
Ever. I have to put those up. You'll have to put those up.
Yeah, I put those up. Dramatic reenactment.
Yeah, dramatic reenactment. But they're just very, like, iconic Griff, I feel like.
Yeah, it was great. And then your photo shoot with Solvi.
Yeah.
That was good. So, talk about the pickles. Actually, we'll talk about this first and then the pickles.
So, if you follow myself on Instagram, you'll have seen a couple of the photos from the photo shoot.
Nari M cosplays.
Yeah, Nari _M_cosplays. that'll be summer probably.
It's gonna be right here over your face.
Oh, gee, thanks.
Yeah, the entire time. It's you on the photo, so it's still your face. It's just now you're a redhead.
A lot of those we're keeping. A lot of those pictures I'm kind of keeping in my back pocket because some things are meant to be, again, revealed at game. Some things are meant to happen. Some things are still up in the air, and we're just gonna kind of see what happens. Don't throw bust
I'm okay.
You just fell. It's fine.
Ow.
So Sylvia came over because it was her only available weekend because she has actually taken a position as staff, which is super exciting. She's been doing an awesome job. We're so proud of Sylvie and all of our staff members.
It's like how many first timers last year have become staff?
A lot.
Yeah, a lot of like his own.
Sylvie, our official staff. Then you've got the people who are like player leaders. They're not actually staff, but they're in heavy communication with staff, and we kind of help like parse out information and make sure that people are informed and aware of things. Because we're the ones who just kind of ended up in charge. Very interesting.
How many pickles?
So many. Yeah, that's right. That's what we were talking about.
Let's circle around. Just like the perfect vegetable, the pickle, circle. We'll circle back around.
Okay. But Sylvia came down the weekend that we had that big snowstorm that was supposed to come through, and actually ended up getting snowed in with us on Sunday night and staying until Tuesday. So during that time frame, we planned to make a bunch of pickles, and we ended up making well over 100 jars when it was all said and done. We also made like pickled Brussels sprouts and onions. We didn't make anywhere near as much, but I believe her plan is to be selling said pickles. They're very tasty. They're some of my favorite pickles. Please don't eat the jar. That is going to go to somebody. I need to wash that now.
You can sell it for more. This has been officially licked by Griff.
Gross. Anything else? You should have done all that spicy.
You're the one that gave me this one. She's the one that gave me this
I
one.
didn't know you were gonna lick it.
Anyway, I'm so proud
so
of those
glad.
two. Like, it was amazing, the amount of work they did.
We made over 100 jars of pickles between us and another player. I think in total we only lost around 15 jars, and some of that was because we had some issues with lids, and we had some issues with no...
Where did the Vatican grow the pickles?
We have some... What?
Milkshakes! We can have milkshakes and ice cream.
We could. We could.
We could. It's canon.
Not canon until we talk to everybody else about it. But yeah.
Okay.
Did you want to go over character updates?
We kind of already did. So, like,
Okay.
I think
The
we
last
can
thing is
say...
character thoughts on last year.
Character thoughts on last year. Okay. So again, last year was a whole thing. I think the tagline I had for last year was unrealized potential. So much potential, didn't happen. Didn't really happen.
But it was more about like what our characters thought about what happened last year.
I was gonna pop off of that. Like, there wasn't that much development that happened, but there was some, and I think it was particularly valid of what happened. It's like the basic story of what was going down is our clan was in isolation. Griff, his father, and now Malvino were the first ones to leave, and
you guys were like the main ones. I think there were probably other people who left and things, but
no, I do think
in terms of like in focus characters,
that's most of what I was meaning.
Yeah.
So like in the in focus characters, my father and I, and like the whole thing was like Griff after Griff's father died in the Iron Hills, Griff came back and he was sort of like he pulled everyone else in there, to try to find his father. And that was like the main story that happened.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a whole side quest I had made of having other players find my father's notes that had been lost. That was the whole thing with Maddie and stuff that happened that didn't happen because I snapped at you. A whole lot of things happened, and like it was really cool seeing like our group be the first ones to actually breach out and put their half name out there. And a whole lot of things have happened. My aunt died. We'll get into that at game.
Yeah. Your aunt died. The old council is no more. They have a Jarl again. Mm-hmm.
And like the whole isolation clan. Yeah. We'll find out game the entire backstory, but the clan was in isolation, and now under new management, it's kind of opened up, and we're getting more out there. We're getting more a harder foot, and we have one of the largest physical clans in membership.
We're supposed to be this small, like isolated clan, and we're showing up with one of the biggest campsites because we have some of the highest player numbers amongst the clans who are coming to game.
Which is so funny.
It's very funny.
And so, like, it is really interesting seeing how the whole dynamic has just really flipped on its head. Mm-hmm. And especially all the trouble and turmoil. Because, like, in character, what also happened, Valli and Griff's relationship did get strained last year.
Yeah, well, we were...
For various reasons. Yeah. I think we mentioned it, talked about last year.
Yeah, we talked about that in the last video. A lot of it did come down to, like, game factors and environmental things that... And we had no way of perceiving.
Both sides had a good opinion, which I think was really nice. Like, both of us were right in our own circumstances, but we didn't know the other circumstances. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And so, like, we were strained. I think the trip back in the RP session, where there was a DD game, where my aunt died, that did really do it. But I think even now, our relationship is... The relationship's really complicated now. Yeah. It's really complicated now. Yeah. Like, how has Valli's, like, mind changed from last year? I do, like, in a way, I felt like Valli was a lot more innocent.
Yes, so she's still got a lot of that idealism in her, for sure. But after what happened with the Suzak last year, she was very angry. She was very, very angry about the situation, the attack on Divin Falls, and just all of the things that they'd been through. She was...
Like, even, like, we went through a lot. Like Valli hasn't left the region.
Valli had never left her home region, right?
Yeah,
she had never left Clan Lands before this. And she is...
Her first interaction.
20s. And the first time she leaves, they're attacked by undead. They're attacked by orcs. They survive a tornado. Sorry, that was a curse.
I will have it. Yeah, thank you. PG here. My mom watches this.
They were attacked by undead, orcs. They survived a tornado.
We were betrayed by two different cultures.
Multiple, yeah. And then we have this instance where one guy decides he wants to attack Divin Falls. And whether it was accidental or misunderstanding or on purpose, it doesn't really matter for the context of how Valli as a character feels about that. Because it was still an attack on Divin Falls. I think some of the numbers got retconned a little bit because they were like way too high for...
Logic?
Yeah, feasibility. But the numbers don't really matter in this context either. But I think after what happened when we got home...
That whole situation... We can explain maybe doing next year's Reckoning, like doing it after Reckoning.
Yeah, we can go more into depth about it, but this year we've got some things that are revealed at game.
Griff is traumatized. His aunt died.
Yeah. We can say we are the reason that the clan no longer has a council of elders. Oops. But, like...
It was a fantastic burial, though. It was really heartwarming.
Essentially what happened is we were enlisted to help your dad, or find your dad's things, and then we were kind of warned a little bit, like, hey, They may not be, like, welcoming, like, watch your back.
This is something Griff... Sorry, no.
We were not properly prepared for what they thought was the case of venturing out into the general clans. And that is, I think, what really tipped Valli in the direction of complete, like, this is not okay. We're not doing this anymore.
I do want to say Griff was slightly, because like he'd been going back and forth the whole time. He knew the stigmatism.
Yeah.
The stigma on people returning back to the clan. He's been doing it for the past 5 years. The longest trip he came back on was the previous 5 years he was gone. Came back, said, "Hey everyone, what's up? Come find me, go find my father's body." And like he understood that.
Yeah.
But like,
because we left in canon, we left before the arbiters even summoned us. Because it takes us so long to get back down to the Iron Hills. To
explain the situation, there's the Council of Elders. We haven't had a Jarl for the past 100 years. 150. Yeah. Since the Betrayer, the dude that Ogvai's skull presented during the...
Yeah, Ogvai presented a skull of it, yep.
But there was the Council of Elders, who had one person in charge. And we've been mentioning...
She wasn't even really, like, supposed to be in charge, I think. I think she just had developed more in that power dynamic to be, like, the head.
I think like on paper, no. Functionally, yeah. She was the top of the oligarchy.
When she wasn't supposed to be.
And there was a whole lot of reasons for that, but we've been talking for a while. She was Griff's aunt.
Yeah.
And, like, this was not all planned. I have to say, like, we have to say, like, oh, we came up with this cool thing. This all developed naturally. Like, it was simple. My aunt was the Calvar of the Lotus. My mom was the potion smith and stuff like that. This all developed naturally.
It had happened periodically, much in advance. We'd established what bloodline you were from a long time ago, because our clan keeps track of things through different bloodlines relating to the first Jarl of the clan.
So I'm related to the first Jarl.
Yeah, so we established a long time ago, he's related to the first Jarl, which means his aunt and his mother are, and then we were like, Council of Elders, and you were like, oh, my aunt's probably on it, and we were like, cool, and then we come home, we learn some extra stuff about what's actually been going on, and bear in mind, we've just survived a swamp, we've been attacked by undead, we've been attacked by orcs, the other clans... Thankfully, we're a little preoccupied to, I think, really even understand or pay attention to who we were in terms of a clan. That's something we need to be prepared for this year, though, maybe a little bit.
I love the fact, though, that, like, we have one of the largest member groups. And so, like, that also will play in the thing of, like, the slight... Not intimidation, I would say, but the, like, concern of, like, they have a lot of people, they can do stuff.
Yeah, why are there so many of them?
It's, like, an actual reason.
Yeah. We make it home after all of that, and...
Valli is, like, innocent, and Valli's like, oh, no.
Yeah, so she's definitely an idealist. She's definitely still very innocent because of her age and just her inexperience in the world as a whole. And then... we come home, and they learn more about the true situation regarding the Hierophant, and then they learn about another situation that's developed in their absence. It really cements for her that this is not okay. This cannot continue. It's unacceptable, and it really puts her in a space of rage, is really what it is. It was condensed, controlled rage during that entire segment.
It was one of my favorite moments. Like I think Valli really stood out there. Like unironically, like it was great. It's one of my favorite moments.
Which one?
All of it. Like the whole way like Valli did interact through it all. We can't reveal too much. Just because like this whole situation, it needs to be done after Reckoning. I'd rather if we found out in game of like the entirety, the ramifications. Yep. But Valli was a trooper. She did it all. She's great. And the time after,
and as being the speaker, she did try her best to like really keep it from devolving. But I think by the time she really snapped and tried to reel it in because she was just over it, it was too late.
It was too late.
It was already going to dissolve into
an
all-out knockdown, drag-out
fight. And, like, and then my aunt died.
Yeah.
And I buried her. And then, this was so funny, is, like, no one knew she was my aunt.
Until yesterday.
Until yesterday. Like, we thought, I was like, I don't expect or care attention from other people. I don't care if everyone knows my backstory. They don't need to. No one's obligated, you know, to have stuff like that. To know all
the relationships of everybody.
Everyone, yeah. And, like, I just felt like, yeah, it was like, you know, like, oh, yeah, she's Griff's aunt. And, like, no one knew that, and everyone was just, like, dogging on her, or whatever, saying, like, yeah, we should have burned her. We should have done like this. And, like, yeah, where's her burial site? I'm like, well, Griff's the one that buried her. Because she was his aunt.
Yeah, and then Sid goes, oh. I didn't know that.
It was so funny because a lot of people...
The situation with Malvino is a little bit special. Like, he's a little bit more of an extreme version of what you and your dad went through in terms of, like, the exile. And like, not the exile, but, like, the shunning from the clan.
I love that for him. Because, like, the thing is, since she was my aunt and her sister's husband was the one going out and doing stuff like that, it was like we did get preferential treatment. She never would have said that to our face. She did shun us. She did, like, you know, did all this thing, but it was like the sort of thing publicly. Yeah. But it was like there visual animosity towards him.
There was still a relationship there that was familial, and even if it wasn't necessarily public.
I want to say this again. Neither of us, or what's the word I'm looking for? Self-centered. No, what are we talking about? No, I was gonna say neither of us are, like, self-centered. Neither of us care. Like, everyone, like, we don't want, like, oh, we are the heroes. You know, we are doing this cool thing. We don't do the D&D thing. We made simple characters. I'm a dude who makes maps and hikes in the wood. That was literally the character.
I'm a potionsmith who's helping him find his dead.
Yes, and, like, we did, like, simple. Like, there was nothing special. I love playing boring characters of just normal people. And that was the thing we both agreed on. It's like, we're both normal people. And, like, we came up with interactions. My mom was a potionsmith, was basically her mentor. That's who taught her, right?
Yep.
And then, like...
And my parents are, like, on two opposite sides of the clan. So we've also had some stuff where, like, the warrior group called the Hell's Guard are kind of separate and were considered lesser during the exile of the clan. And Valli's parents are... Her dad is a regular clan member, and her mom is a Hell's Guard. And it was not intended for them to play any, like, big role in the clan or anything. Like, they were just meant to be NPCs.
It genuinely is.
And then during the Jarl Mutt, her mom is put in to potentially be a Jarl. Like, she's put up for nomination. Like, she's nominated by another Hellsguard to be one of the Jarl, to be a Jarl nominee. And it's, like, just like these little moments, these little decisions, and they just snowball into something so much more interesting than, like, some complicated, tragic backstory we could have come up with.
Exactly. That's like, thank you. That's like the exact thing I was trying to say. It's like we made simple characters, and these, like, minute details have just exploded and snowballed in an incredible thing of, like, now, looking back, we've been slowly realizing it. I've been texting you things I've been realizing, like, doing text back and forth. Like, we have accidentally made super detailed, complex characters completely by accident, simply because of just interactions.
Yep. We were like, oh, hey, I have siblings, because I've got friends who might join us someday. Maybe. I'm still trying to convince them. So I'm going to throw some, like, extra siblings in my backstory. I think it's interesting to have, you know, parents of the two sides, because that's just an interesting thing. And then, lo and behold, later on, I become the bridge between the Hraffrin regular clan and the Hellsguard, and then also the Hraffrin and the outside clans. In, like, that game. And it's just, like... This was not intentional.
It was not intentional whatsoever.
They were meant to be, like, little fun nuggets for us to, like, play with and, like, goof around and be like, oh, yeah, my mom's the Hellsguard, da-da-da-da-da.
It's a little side thing on the pocket of our character thing.
Completely unrelated. It has nothing to do with anything.
Just and now it's, like, super important.
Yeah, a way to like flavor the characters. Oh, her mom's a Hellsguard. Well, she's not gonna let her go without sort of armor and helmet, or like having revamped some of her training, which is why she's like sort of decent at fighting, but still not super good at it because it's been a while since she learned the basics. It turns into something so much more complicated.
It's gorgeous. Like, it's amazing.
Yeah, we couldn't have written more interesting characters if we tried.
That's what I love about D&D and like these kind of games is like you can plan all this ahead, sure, but
it's more interesting just to have a simple guy and show up and then
build it from there.
Yeah, have some connections that you want in your backstory with like a couple other players maybe, and just have some like, oh yeah, this is my mom, this is my dad, I've got this many siblings, I'm from this clan, maybe. Or, like, show up as a wanderer and be like...
Footnotes.
Yeah.
Bullet points.
Yeah. You don't need anything super complicated or elaborate. You can just show up and be like, yeah, I'm a wanderer. I like mead. I like bonk stick. But you don't need much. A lot of people, I think, especially in, like, D&D, they're like, oh, I have to have this super complicated backstory and da-da-da-da.
Just make a dude.
Yeah.
Make a gal.
Yeah.
Just be like...
That's really the more interesting option is just have this natural forming background that just comes about on its own. I really love that the Harafen are such an like a RP heavy group. I am
not a theater kid. I don't like roleplay. I'm having a great time. So
how does Griff feel?
This got deep very This got deep very quick.
Yeah. Oops.
Like.
We didn't mean to even go in this depth.
This depth, like, how characters, like, capture stuff, like, it is genuinely amazing how complex and, like, the characters are. It's really interesting. I did talk a little bit of how Griff feels. And Griff, for the most part, is still a normal dude. He's a chill guy. He's been through this, and, like, to be fair, he is kind of traumatized. Because he did lose his father. He was killed by bandits. That was before last year's Reckoning. Mm-hmm. That was the whole catalyst.
Yeah. Closest thing to traumatic backstory we've got.
Yeah, and like the whole point of him trying to go to last year's Reckoning was reconciliation. That was the whole point of that I intended for him, is to find his father's body and have like find his body and like find the notes and like have like some sort of peace about it, and then find
closure.
Even if he didn't actually find the bandits that killed his father, quote unquote. He wanted to have some, and like, he didn't get that. He did not get that at all. There was so much crap going on. There was the undead. There was the orcs. There was the fury of the skies. There was so much going on, and like, I feel like for the moment, I feel like that's what that story's gonna end. I feel like he's not gonna get reconciliation. I think it is eating him inside. Not getting that reconciliation. Like,
he's not getting that closure.
He's not, yeah. And like, I had made it like during the event last year that his father died in the Iron Hills, near where this event was. Now we've moved to some other place.
Yeah, I don't remember what they said.
I forget. We moved to a different spot, and like, I think that's the whole thing is like, Griff is still kind of trying to deal with that, and with the whole complex thing of his aunt dying, who like, even though she was. Thank you. She was that, still family, still had a relationship with her. She still did protect him in certain ways. So many things have changed now. And now during the past 9 months, where he's been, he went back out there because there's still the Vatican-Suzak stuff going on. There's the Rivlin-Hadrian War that's renewed. He's back out there creating maps, going on himself, and he's back by himself. And like, he spent probably the past... the past 6 months, past 6 months of him being on his own back in the woods, going through his old haunts, going through stuff, and like really internalizing and stuff like that.
He's definitely had to come to terms with the fact that his father is no longer with him. Mm-hmm. And I think definitely move through the stages of grief, because I don't think I think by any means he made it through all of the stages of grief by last game.
No, I don't think so. I feel like he is come with the last few ones. I think he's probably not accepted it yet. Like, he's obviously dead, but like, Because the last one's acceptance, I think.
Yes, last one is acceptance.
I think because he's gone through grief, he's gone through sadness, denial of him trying to go back and do stuff, fury,
bargaining.
I feel like he's still in the last thing. I think like he is gonna try to bargain, trying to find some sort of closure. I feel like he is furious. He used to have some sort of deep anger inside, and I feel like he's probably going to try to accept it, but I don't know if he's going to succeed. And I feel like that might be the tragic story. But Griff is just a happy salesman, you know? He's just selling maps. He's good. Anyway, I'm trying to find the right words to say, but I feel like he's going to spend this time trying to find some sort of bargaining, fury, or acceptance. Mm-hmm. One of those three he's going to find. And I'm really excited for it.
Yeah.
He's just a happy salesman. He's just selling maps.
Keep saying that, buddy.
He's chill. Honestly, I can't believe. I feel like we've covered it a lot. We've got all of our played show and tell. We talked about our thoughts. We talked about stuff. What do you? So I just talked what I hope to get out of the event. What do you want to get out of the event?
Well, a lot of it I can't really talk about.
That's fair.
Yeah. A lot of it I can't talk about because, you know, feel free to just bleep this out so that it sounds like I'm talking about something important because that'd be really funny.
No. The Vatican way. Food fights friendship.
Yeah.
You'll be fighting a lot. You'll be hanging out, chilling with people. I think that does.
I'm going to try really hard not to get drug in directions I don't want to go. And I'm excited to actually get to play the full time. Because we definitely didn't get that last year on... Like, nobody did. But I, in particular, along with a few others, were just, like, getting the short end of the stick in terms of the health side. So I had even less time than other folks. I was...
Sitting under a tree, eating cashews, drinking from a jug. It was unrealized potential. And I think this year, like you said, you're excited to play the whole time. I'm excited to play the whole time.
Yeah.
And I think
I'm going to have to limit how often I'm in the sparring ring, though. I think I'm going to have to kind of put a cap on that.
I will bonk you and drag you out.
Nah, I don't think we need to go that far.
There is a lot of potential for this year. There's a lot of really cool stuff in the works. I think it's going to be the best ones. It's going to be one of the best events I've ever been to, which, it's been one. But like as a general whole, I'm really excited for this.
Let's do this.
Yeah, 4%. Go. Say your thing. Do it now.
What are we saying?
Hello. Thank you for watching this incredible video.
Yeah.
100 subscribers.
Yep.
Anyway.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you all at game.